Now to the new details in the corruption trial of two former executives at FirstEnergy accused of involvement in the House Bill 6 bribery scandal.
Do you think that those two executives paid a bribe?
I mean,
A juror in Akron pressed by reporters moments after leaving court in the trial of former FirstEnergy CEO Chuck Jones and former Senior Vice President Michael Dowling. The trial ended in a hung jury today, failing to reach a verdict. The House Bill 6 scandal is considered the largest bribery scheme in Ohio history. 10 TV's Kevin Landers has covered this story from the start more than 5 years ago.
Well, he is live in Columbus now with more details on what happened in court today. And so, Kevin, these former executives face charges of bribery, telecommunications fraud, conspiracy, and several other financial crimes. So what happens now?
Yeah, that's a question that the judge will have to determine as she tries to restart this trial at some other date and find a new jury pool. These two executives remain innocent until proven guilty. The surprise hung jury is this case actually, evolved into the largest bribery case in Ohio history.
We intend to file a motion for judgment of acquittal, and hopefully the judge will seriously consider those. And it's up to the state as to whether or not they will continue to pursue these charges.
Attorneys for FirstEnergy CEO Chuck Jones and Senior Vice President of External Affairs Mike Dowling left the courtroom victorious. A jury of 12 could not reach a consensus on charges of bribery.
for me, no, it wasn't beyond a reasonable doubt.
The jury deliberated for 9 days.
I mean, I was willing to, stay in there and I don't know, work on people's thoughts, to see if they could be swayed, but there were people who said that they weren't going to change their mind.
Prosecutors had alleged FirstEnergy paid former PUCO Chairman Sam Randazzo $4.3 million to help pass HB 6. The defense argued the money was part of a settlement that Randazzo used without their knowing. Former U.S. Attorney David DeVillers.
That's a really good defense. That the federal government also charged, Randazzo with ripping off his clients. And hey, a great defense is blame the dead guy. So they at least created doubt in some of the jurors' minds.
Now, Governor Mike DeWine appointed Sam Randazzo to chairman of the PUCO in 2019, about 3 weeks before he received a payment from FirstEnergy. Randazzo died by suicide in 2024. DeWine has denied any involvement in the criminal charges and has never been charged. Reporting live outside the State House, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
Kevin, thank you. Now, another defendant in this case has already been sentenced. Former Ohio House Speaker Larry Householder is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence for leading a racketeering conspiracy and receiving nearly $61 million in bribes to pass House Bill 6. Another man named in the bribery scheme, lobbyist Neil Clark. He also pleaded not guilty to a federal racketeering charge before dying by suicide in 2021.